Hi guys, I know I'm late to the braided wig party, but I'm not apologizing because I have made a braided wig of my own in the past with crochet braids on a cornrow cap. However, I recently got the opportunity to try out a braided wig from Neatandsleek. This video is sponsored by them and I am very thankful because it's actually quite impressive. I was not expecting to like it as much as I do. So here are the specs. It's a small wig cap size, 20 to 22 inches, actually 26 when you consider the feathered ends. And I did have some accessories with it, but I don't put accessories in my hair. So this is the wig, and I'm gonna place it on my wig making block so you can take a better look. In the back, I do have lace, a comb, adjustable straps. It's a full lace wig. There also is an elastic band which you can adjust to your liking. In the front, there's a lot of parting space for you to play with if you choose to buy a wig like this one. So I'm gonna cut the lace in the back with my nail scissors, and we're gonna move to the front so you can see some pretty interesting details. In the front, I do have baby hairs that are braided into one long skinny cornrow, and the braids, there's no defined part. So that was a little bit interesting to me. I felt like maybe they should have had a part on the side and one in the middle just in case, but all the braids are just there, staggered, no actual parts. So you won't have a straight clean part on any given point. At least I haven't seen one. Now I'm cutting my lace the way I always do. We won't go into detail, but I just do tiny snips, and this is the first time that I'm wearing the wig. I removed the cornrow with a pen because it was that small, and I am using my mousse to lay these baby hairs, which are actually very long. They seem to be about 5 inches long, so you can cut them down to whatever length you want. This is how short I had them in the beginning. I later on cut them again because they were just too long for me. I'm not a baby hair person, but are we loving this Patra hair? Sound off in the comments and let me know, but this installation is going to be glueless, and I'll show you guys with Got2B glued. I chose to first show you guys what I always do with my units, which is put 2 twists, one on each side, and then join them together in the back, usually with a bobby pin, sometimes with a scrunchie, just depends on how I feel. That's my go-to hairstyle with braids because it's very simple, and with the wig that I made in the past, that's what it was like. This hair does smack my butt. It is long. It's like 24 to 26 in reality in inches. So here we are a few days later, me wearing the unit with Got2B glued, something I don't want to do because I'm dealing with braids, and I just feel like when you use these types of products, you shorten the wig's lifespan, and I don't want to do that because you might end up tugging on a braid and ripping some lace, and I was very scared of that. That's why I didn't want to use Got2B glued, but we're gonna do this for the Got2B glued wearers, and I'm applying it like edge control but with a flat brush, going back and then pressing down and using a blow dryer. This takes a while, like a minute, and I alternate between low heat and cool so that way I don't burn myself, and I make sure I can feel it tightening. Now it looks really good, but what I really was impressed with was the fact that that little braid at the very bottom of the sideburn actually sticks right there and makes it so that your wig is, at least on my forehead, the perfect size right in the front. I also had a lot of wiggle room in the back. It honestly was the perfect situation. You can have your braids a little bit too big, but it won't interfere with anything, and your wig is going to come around nicely, and you won't have braids in places there shouldn't be braids. So I'm using my Bare Minerals Bare Pro pressed powder in Cappuccino 27. It's a little bit too light for me, but I like to alternate between this one and 29 to make my complexion look amazing. It's a nice warm medium dark brown that I am using a fluffy brush, blending brush, to stipple all over except back there. I'm gonna have to tint that lace cap later, but I'm stippling it all over the lace so that I can have a nice dusted, natural looking scalp, and this is what we're looking like. Everything is nice and blended If you want detailed videos on Got2B glued and wig applications, there are several tutorials on YouTube. I'll look for some that are very good, and I'll link maybe 2 down in my description box from other YouTubers. And I'm loving this hair, so I decided to try some hairstyles, and I'm not good at hairstyles, you guys, but I did it anyway. Okay, so here is the first one, and I played with the baby hair some more. I feel like this length is a little bit better than the previous length. Just half up, half down, and I did also bring it around to make a top knot bun, which I wasn't too fond of because I think I have too big of a forehead for these types of styles, even though I keep trying it out. And you can see that the wig isn't too dense, so for those of you who don't like a heavy unit that's too thick, crochet braids tend to look crazy scary thick. But if you don't like that, this wig is definitely for you. Just make sure your braids aren't too large, especially at the base, because they might poke through. And we're done. Like, I'm just seriously done. I cannot continue. This is my before bed look, and I would like to say a huge thank you for watching. If you want to check out Neatandsleek, information will be in the description box. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Take care of yourselves, and bye.